We're going to the beach. You guys excited to go to the beach? Yes! Beach time! We're going to our favorite beach in Malibu. I'm gonna talk about where we've been and how we got here and everything that's happened in between. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So today we're just beaching.
We are headed to Point Doom, which is, we found this beach really early on when we moved to California, and it has stayed my favorite for sure.
Same. It's a really special beach. We love it. The dogs love it. You can bring your dogs, which is really nice. I mean, I don't know if you technically can, but nobody will get mad at you for it. Which is a thing here in California.
It is.
If you know Laguna Beach, you cannot bring your dogs there. They will get really mad at you, so we can enjoy it with the dogs. We're listening to some Abraham Hicks, which is something I've been on lately. What do you think of it, Jamie?
I keep doing this.
That means it's good.
I make an extreme stank face when something is just nasty good, just so good that I'm like, yeah.
Good stuff.
No. Oh.
It's been a minute since we've done this. By a minute, I mean about 2 years. Crazy.
It's really not that long.
Yeah, not that long, just a minute. We're gonna get some beverages and then we're gonna take a seat and tell you where we've been. Okay, it's been a while.
So crazy.
It's so wild. Have my little brew. Jamie was all good, so cheersing to your imaginary drink.
Yes, to our new life.
Our new life that is not so new for us, but new to YouTube. That being said, our lives look completely different from last time we posted here on YouTube, which was
2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Which is actually insane. It feels like yesterday, it feels like a lifetime ago, all at the same time.
It's so weird how time works like that. It does feel so long ago, but it also does feel like not that long ago at all.
Last time we posted here, we were living in Colorado. We had just
Gotten off the Airstream maybe 3 months before that.
Yeah. And we had bought our A-frame there and started to renovate it. I think that was the last time, though, that we've been on.
Yeah.
So lots of things have happened. We don't live in the A-frame anymore. We don't even live in Colorado anymore. We have totally different lives.
Like the polar opposite life.
Yeah, honestly. So we'll kind of share where we are now and how we got here.
We've been in LA for about a year now.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't plan on moving here.
No. I feel like a lot of people thought that we wanted to, especially because we did actually live here before we were married, when I was 18.
Yeah.
And how old were you?
I was like 21, I think.
We only lasted like 8 months. We were too young, too naive for this place, but we loved it.
Got cooked by LA, but absolutely fell in love with it.
For sure. Got cooked. It just wasn't the right time, but obviously we were drawn to it for specific reasons because it was meant to be, just I don't think at that point in time.
Right.
I think a lot of people thought that we planned to move to California, but we didn't plan to move here. But we were definitely open to it. It's just kind of crazy how it actually came to be.
A lot of it had to do with your job and the opportunity you had been presented with.
Yeah. So, kind of rewind. When we were in Colorado renovating the A-frame, I was looking for a job. And I stumbled upon the cutest mom and pop jeweler called Love Sorrow. And it's not really a mom and pop, it's a mother-daughter business. A small business based out of Boulder, and I loved it. I started as a client, and I thought that Sasha, the owner, was just amazing. And so I actually started working for them. So I found that job, and it just felt so meant to be. And so I started working in Colorado while we were also renovating the A-frame. 2
full-time jobs at one point. Because we do like to state, and if you watched our Airstream videos, you'll remember I'm definitely not the handy one in this relationship. So she was fully renovating our A-frame while also doing this new job.
Yeah. And we had gotten the A-frame thinking that it would be a great vacation rental property. We had done one in Minnesota with our best friends before. So we understood the vacation rental property concept, and we were actually planning to be back on the road in the Airstream and just flipping this house, making it a Airbnb, and then getting back on the road. But then I found my job that I loved, and we started to feel like we'd rather have a little bit more, I don't know, I don't know if the word structure.
Yeah.
I guess so. Structure.
We did want that at one point, though, because flying around on the Airstream for that long, you really do start to miss roots and
just everyday comfort.
Stability.
Like a bathroom. You miss that kind of stuff. We had always wanted it to be an Airbnb, but we got kind of comfy there. I started working my job and really focusing in on that. And you were just dabbling with a lot of different things.
Yeah, I was trying to get into the NBA.
It sounds crazy.
I played basketball in France before I met Taylor, so I took another hit at the NBA G League circuit.
And you did great.
I got in the player pool.
Casual.
But never got a call, so...
That's okay. You swung, and we love it. So yeah, and you managed a barbershop out there.
I did manage a barbershop, yes.
We did a lot of different random things. Flash forward, a year?
Yep.
Yeah, it had been a year. And Love Sorrow had been growing, and our owners wanted to branch out to California, where they're from. And I wanted to help them do it, and they asked me to be the regional director out here. And it all happened so fast. We came out to California without even knowing where we were going to live. Like, we packed up everything that we could in a trailer, along with all the stuff from Love Sorrow.
Yeah.
It was the most nerve-wracking experience because I'm just someone that cares so much about their home.
Yes.
And where they're going to be. So moving to a new state, or a state we hadn't been to in a very long time, and then not even knowing where we were going to live, but
which we had really tried to get away from after the Airstream, because that's the life you live when you're full-time RV lifing, is you don't necessarily know where your next spot is always going to be. And so it's interesting going full circle and doing that again when we moved out here, not knowing where we were going to land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it really did. There was just a grace for that period, because on the way out, we found the apartment that we're in now. And without even seeing it, we just sent all the money in. You send a lot of money. You're like, okay, first month security deposit, last month.
Hope we don't get scammed.
Hope we're not getting scammed. And hope we like the area, all of that. So when we walked in, oh my gosh, it was better than I thought it could be, which is so wild. We'll have to do like a whole home tour, all that kind of stuff. We're still getting it all cozy. I mean, there's a blank canvas back here that still needs to be painted, but everything takes time. Yeah, so then we came out here. So it's just kind of wild that when we left California the first time, when we were really young, I felt like we were going to come back.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it was the end of a chapter.
No.
It was just really kismet that we ended up being brought back here, and it wasn't any kind of push of our own.
No.
It really organically happened.
Yeah.
A lot of people have asked what we're doing now that we're in Los Angeles. So I am still the regional director for Love Sorrow. If you want the best custom jewelry, come to me at Love Sorrow. Yes. We do the coolest pieces. All of these that I'm wearing are from us. Yeah,
Me
get
too.
that wrist up, Jamie.
Me too.
Yes.
Brand rep.
Yes, brand rep.
Yeah.
So I'm still doing that. Yeah, I feel like that covers it for me, but
Yeah.
what are you doing?
When I came out here, I was initially helping Tay manage the studio because it was only her. And then
That's the beauty of being a small business. Is like Jamie was able to help, which was so needed.
yeah, it was so needed. I was so grateful. But I got exposed to certain kind of work in the recovery field in a role called a crisis specialist. Some people call it like the beginning phase as a sober companion, but I got certified as a recovery specialist and a crisis specialist. So it's basically just providing one-on-one support for people in mental health crisis. Sometimes it's with substance abuse, sometimes it's co-occurring disorder, but I think it was definitely what I was looking for, because it's deep work.
It's perfect. If you don't know us, if this is your first time watching, if you haven't just heard this part of our story, Jamie was actually a pastor. How long ago was this now?
3 or 4 years ago almost now. I think almost 4.
Crazy.
3.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like we've lived a lot of different lives since we've been together, but I feel like what you were always looking to do when you were pastoring was help people, change people's lives. But it's harder to do that when it's once a week to a group of people.
Yeah.
To like effectively have change.
Yeah.
Especially, I just feel like you're so good one-on-one with the people that really need it. It just seems like it plays on all of your gifts.
Thank you. That's really kind of you. I think that I did wish for this while I was pastoring, because I think real change happens in the seemingly insignificant moments, the small stuff, in the micro patterning, rather than just preaching to people once a week and maybe meeting with. But you just, in this job, I might sleep next to you for 7 nights straight, 10 nights straight. It can be
That's the wild thing. It's like sometimes Jamie will get called on a job and he'll be gone for multiple days, and I become a single mother to Moose and Maddie.
Wow, you do though.
Yeah, it's really tough.
You do that well.
Thank you.
I don't wish it upon you.
All the moms out there are like,
Or like, we hate you.
yeah.
We hate you for that.
Fair. No, yeah, sometimes you're gone for a long time.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you are here. And it's nice because when you're here, you're not like working anything for that.
Yeah.
Oh, and we still have the A-frame. Yeah, that's something we didn't even mention. We didn't sell the A-frame, we kept it, and it did become a Airbnb. So you can actually go and stay at the Airbnb, and the cool part is we included the Airstream that we once lived in as part of the Airbnb. So it's the third bedroom.
It's like including all the parts of our healing journey in one location.
Yeah. That's sweet. It's just such a beautiful spot of Colorado. It's right down the street from these really amazing trails. And it's right like 10 minutes away from Evergreen, which is one of my favorite mountain towns in Colorado. It's such a great little town, but it's not far from Denver. It's kind of like a midway point to a lot of the skiing resorts.
Yeah.
But Old Town Evergreen is just so cute, and there's the most beautiful lake in that city, so.
We should talk sometime about everything that we experienced while living on a national forest. And
Well, there's so many things.
There's
so many things. Like, if you guys have other questions about that season of our life, there's like so many ups and also a lot of downs.
Yeah.
It was like a really wild time for us.
Yeah.
So we can definitely talk more about it. This is just our intro video back. I've been missing making content like this. I think the reason that I stopped before was I have such a perfectionist mindset, which really does more harm than it does good most of the time, because if I can't give 100% of myself to something, then I don't want to do it at all. This is honestly like a little bit of exposure therapy for me.
I feel that.
I was talking to my friend Bethany about this the other day too. It feels like exposure therapy of I'm going to show up in this and I'm going to show my life also just for us so that we can document our life and look back on it, because I wish I would have done that even through the harder times. Looking past that need for perfection, because perfection doesn't exist. The real perfection isn't the imperfection.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's true. There's just so many beautiful things happening in our life. So I want to capture those things. I'm also just such a fan of long form content. I think that it's coming back. I love watching other people's YouTube channels. I think it's so nice. It's so relaxing to play while you're just doing other things. If you're coming back to this video and you used to watch our videos, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I know it's been a long time. You're like, wait.
Why did I start following you?
Yeah, who are you? If you came back and you're watching this, just thank you. It means a lot, and we're really grateful for you. We're grateful to be sharing our journey again.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's it. We love you.
We love you. We do. We truly do.
So tell us what you want to see more of. Tell us what you want to see next. We'll see you next time.